through waves, but today's one of those days where I'm just like, damn, that theme song rules.
Yeah, well, every time you hear something nice about it, it's nice. Man,
Like, who would have known that something I did blacked out when I was like 24 would follow me through life?
you know what the really unfortunate thing is I think, like, as I get older, I realize that all of those things are probably, like, not just for you, but for everybody's, like, those are the things that you will never recapture. That are actually fucking great. They're like, you go through a period of like being embarrassed by them and then slowly realizing like, oh no, that might have been the peak.
Yeah, that might have been the peak of my creative ability, was making rap songs about sucking your own dick.
Well, it's the, you know what it is? It's the walking. What's the word I want to use? Not being self-conscious of the fact that you might suck.
Like, I would. Like, the idea of making rap music is insane to me. I don't know how I ever thought that was something I was supposed to be doing. And then to just, like, every time I would finish a song, me and my buddies would be like, well, what should we do with it? Well, post it on Facebook.
Yeah. Facebook is the most insane. I can't believe anybody posts fucking anything on Facebook.
Yeah.
Putting those on Facebook is where, like,
Facebook. It feels like there are parts of the internet that still feel private, but like Facebook, it really feels like you're just yelling it at the mall if you post something there.
Where it's like, yeah, like, it doesn't even have the potential to like become popular. It can only be seen, like, the best case scenario is that everyone you know will see it, which is so bad. It's really bad.
Yeah. I was just like, yeah, everyone's going to like this. Everyone's going to like it and understand what I'm doing.
I mean, everybody did like it. Everybody did kind of wind up. I mean, maybe not people that you know, but like, people love it. I stopped posting on
people
Facebook.
love it now.
Yeah, when you're in the middle of it, there's a tendency for people to be like, I should reach out.
Yeah. I should really check on him.
That was why I stopped posting funny things on Facebook. Because I had too many relatives who were just like commenting, like, Nick, what does this mean?
Oh. Yeah, that's the worst, is when you get like when you post something that makes someone reach out to you through like a different method of communication.
Yeah.
Like, if you make a Facebook status and then get an email, you're fucked.
You're so fucked. Yeah. Yeah, if you post a Facebook status, get no likes, but like you get a bunch of text messages, it's like, yeah, you might have just really fucked yourself with a lot of people. But I would get people like, the most embarrassing thing was like my like comedy Facebook was just perfectly intersected with like my family Facebook. So I would like post shit that like comics would like, and then I would just get like aunts and uncles like in the comments of this status that's crushing. That's just like, you can't say this. Please stop. Like, your grandmother is in tears right now. Like, why
would you say this?
Why would you say this horrible thing? Your mom, like, hey, I'm trying to fucking crush with the DC Bookers right now, okay?
Yeah.
Oma and Opa.
Look, I need to get 100 likes a day, or Uncle Dave will see. He'll know. And I will go down in his estimation.
I say this all the time, but I so vividly remember getting like 100+ likes on Facebook like a few times and being like, this is good for my career. Like, so much so that this isn't like how much it occupied my thoughts. There was a day when I had swiped some it was hydrocodone or oxycodone. So I'm taking them and they knock me out. And so I'm having like an opioid codeine dream. Which are really vivid. They're very, very vivid. It's kind of like lucid dreaming, but you're not in control, and it feels really, really good to like be in a dream. And
it's like lucid dreaming, but you're not in control. It's like, well, that's the whole part of lucid dreaming,
right?
So you're just telling me that you dream.
Well, no, but you dream, but you're like, I don't know how to explain it other than it's so vivid.
It's like feverish.
Yeah, yes, kind of like a fever dream, I guess, but it's whatever is in the like the opioid painkillers.
Yeah,
but the dream that I had,
I've had weird I've never like abused opiates really, except the one time when I got my wisdom teeth out and I took too many and I listened to Trout Mask Replica and my mom took them away and dumped them down the sink. She came downstairs. I'm just listening to Trout Mask Replica, like spinning in my chair. And she's like, "All right, I gotta shut this down."
Oh yeah, dude. The one time that my parents realized I was like on pills at home is because I was playing the Lady. This is so bad. I've talked about this. I was playing the Lady Gaga song "Telephone" at like half speed. I was just playing it at half speed, just like literally like this is so much better.
You're chopping and screwing.
I'm just chopping and screwing pop music. But so I'm having this I'm having this opioid dream, and the dream is literally I posted a Facebook status that was so good that Ellen DeGeneres had me on her show. And I was just talking.
Damn, that is a Rupert Pupkin-ass dream.
I was just talking to like a panel of like daytime talk show women, and they were like, "So what?" They were asking me questions like, "So what kind of status do you think you're gonna post next?" And I remember, like, I coasted off of the good feeling. Like, I coasted off the great feeling that dream gave me for like a day and a half. Where I was like, I was like, I think it's a sign. I think I'm on the right path. I definitely have to post on Facebook more.
Yeah, I need to post on Facebook more. Certainly, this isn't nothing but a liability.
Well, it's also like it's like the craziest sign. Like it's crazy to like acknowledge that as like a sign from God that like you're on the right path. It's like, no, maybe you're fucking burning out on drugs that you stole. Maybe this is a serious red flag that you're getting like complacent in your small town.
Also, it's funny to imagine like what would going on Ellen do for you specifically?
It doesn't make any sense. But I guess that was part
that
of,
would be funny if Coward Hour went on the Ellen show. Just all the moms. We play the sucking your own dick song and all the moms are dancing in the aisle.
Oh yeah, dude. The warm-up comic is throwing out fucking Laffy Taffy as they play TBB unit.
Yeah. And then we come out and just tell a very sad anecdote. Just a crushingly sad.
Honestly, I would love to get on it. I would love to get on Ellen DeGeneres and fuck with Ellen a little bit. Honestly, I've started like this, dude. I'm so.
Hey, Ellen, I understand you're very cruel.
I mean, I have watched my fair share of. This is such a sickness, but I will like watch like videos of people going on Ellen and being a little spicy. Like, I was watching like fucking Dakota Johnson being rude to Ellen, Harrison Ford being rude to Ellen, and it's stupid and it's fake and it's for like wine moms, but it's also for me because I couldn't stop watching these videos one day. I was like, I would like to go on daytime television and be a little saucy.
Yeah, just kind of ruffle some feathers a little bit.
Just a little bit. Well, it's funny to do it in that, especially when you've like done audience on those shows. Whenever you get the impression and you realize like how fucking bullshit they are, whenever you get the impression that the person being interviewed like is truly not giving a fuck, because why would they? I love seeing that, especially like having been on the other side. I'm just like, I like to see that.
It's also fun. I mean, I only did audience work 1 or 2 times, but when I did it, it's fun when the person on the show is clearly not having fun. It's fun to watch John Lovitz suffer.
Oh, dude, John Lovitz doing
Funny You Should Ask.
Funny You Should Ask, and deliberately doing jokes that he knows that doing like rape jokes.
Yeah.
And then Byron Allen like flipping his shit and making them roll it back.
Yeah.
I always loved seeing fucking Louis Anderson, because Louis Anderson had this little dude who looked just like him, and I guess Louis Anderson must have like crazy fucking hemorrhoids, because this guy always like ran out with a little donut for Louis to sit on, like a little like inflatable donut, and then Louis would settle his entire like his mass back into it. I just love seeing that shit.
Yeah. Celebrities are just like us. They're terrible.
They're terrible, and they have to position themselves just so they don't hurt
So that
their
nothing
ass.
pops.
Yeah, so they don't irritate their sensitive ass.
Louis Anderson must have such a famously sensitive ass.
for so many reasons. It's such a convergence of bad things that are going on in his asshole.
One must imagine, let me tell you.
And all of them are because he's a glutton for pleasure. he's truly paying for his lifestyle with his asshole specifically.
He really is.
Yeah. I mean, that shit was fucking fun. I keep thinking about, like, it's funny because, like, obviously it would be stupid. Although I bet their COVID protocol is probably pretty strict because, like, it has to be. But, like, I keep getting the
Are they filming like shows with audiences right now?
Yes, they are. Super extremely limited and, like, socially distanced. But yeah, they got audiences back at shows. So that's why, like, I keep getting emails of, like, hey,
I mean, I would do that, except it would be the kinds of people who do audience work. So no way it's safe.
Dude, it's like I would let those people talk to me because, like, the dreams they have, and granted, I mean, like, listen to me, right? There's no indication that I'm any less delusional than them. But
yeah,
like,
we're very delusional. It's true.
Truly, I still like follow a lot of them on Instagram, and it's like they literally think that, like, yeah, you start with audience work, and if you're a good enough audience member, eventually a producer notices you, and they let you be on TV. That's the mentality that these people have. Especially when you go to like singing competition shows or dance competition shows, they would always, like, have opportunities at some point, like, in the dead time, to, like, invite people up, like, warm up, like, let people sing, let people dance. And there were people who went, like, specifically just for that, because and I would hear them talking about it in line. They're like, yeah, if I get up and I sing well enough and I, like, fucking do my shit in front of the producers before the show, I know that I can, like, take this town.
Damn, that's even sadder than open mics.
It's way sadder than open mics, dude.
What? Maybe Netflix will start doing that because, like, all their audiences for comedy specials are, like, fake, and they just hire people to do it. Maybe they'll start letting people do a tight 5 before.
Oh yeah, dude. Netflix should just literally start releasing, like, an open mic. They should just. It
would be roughly as good as an average Netflix special. I think
it would be super fucking cheap to produce because they just invite open micers, non-union. Maybe they pay each of them, like. Well, they don't even have to be there that long. They could pay them, like, a day rate of, like, $150 or $200. You're going to save a fuckload of money. They could probably spin it in a way where, like, they could, like, as we're in the last, the dying gasps of the comedy boom, they could, like, sell it and, like, get comedy nerds convinced that they, like, wanted to watch it, do 2 seasons, then people stop watching. But, like, I guarantee you they could do it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's all that fucking that Amazon show, Laughs After Dark or whatever it was basically an open mic, the show.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
What a weird looking set that had.
It was the Ice House.
It was?
Yes, dude. It was literally it was where they had the open mic at the Ice House. It was the side room.
Damn, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
That's why it felt so familiar. I was watching, I was like, this is something.
Somebody asked me and I probably should have done it. Somebody asked me if I wanted to do it, and I said no.
You should have done it just like, I mean...
Just so I could say, like, been on Amazon?
No, certainly not, because you can't say that.
What do you mean?
Because anything can be on Amazon. Like, any piece of content can be on Amazon Prime. And that was not that was not Amazon produced. That was independently produced and then put on Amazon.
Brendan, yes.
Yeah.
But you still say, as seen on Amazon Prime.
But it sounds worse than not having a credit. Well, the reason you should do it is just to have, like, a nice-looking video of you doing stand-up. Right,
sure. I mean, well, the whole thing of it is, but the point is, that's what everybody did. Everybody used the Amazon Prime credit.
Yeah.
They did that. Because it's a fake show. And that was why I kind of didn't do it.
I mean, I'm making fun of it a lot right now, and I would do it.
I don't know. It just felt like I was like, well, this will be like...
Here's what we should do. every week, instead of when we start doing video, instead of putting it on YouTube, every episode goes on Amazon Prime as like a movie.
You have to pay $2.99 for it.
Yeah. Or
then who gets
or
that money?
if you have a Prime membership, which we do not recommend you get, you can watch it for free, and we'll get like 3 cents. But I'm pretty sure you can literally put like almost any piece of content on Amazon Prime, like for purchase.
Oh, really? Almost any piece of content? I'm going to put that to the test tonight.
I mean, it has to be like arguably a movie or a TV show, I think.
Okay.
But like, you don't have to argue that hard. There's like student films on there.
You're like, look, it's a fucking MP4 file, okay?
Look, Jeff, are you going to bust my balls on this, or are you going to trust me? Come on, Jeff. It's me. It's me, Nick Oldershaw from Coward Hour. Are you going to fuck me on this, Jeff?
I can intimidate Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. I bet.
Oh, yeah.
I bet between the two of us, we could kick his ass. He looks kind of strong, like that weird billionaire strong, where it's like he probably gets his muscles like stimulated in his sleep or something. See, he can't have time to work out.
Oh,
right?
yeah, with like electrolysis. But I bet we could do it. If I put you on my shoulders and then like you stuck your arms out and I spun around, I bet that we could, like,
it'd be like a boss fight that he has to have.
we just go total Beyblade method in our in our assault on Jeff.
Yeah. I'm just holding like razor blades and spinning around.
Yeah.
But then he hits us in the ass 3 times, then we explode.
That's the strongest part of my body, too.
The ass?
The ass. That's the part that I feel the least when I get hit there. That's, dude, any fight that I'm in, I just turn around and stick my ass out. I just catch punches with my soft ass. Because there's no nerves in your ass. There's no nerves back there.
I'll test this. I'm going to give this a test. I bet.
Nah, you gotta trust me.
I bet I could feel. I bet we'll test. We'll see. We'll have someone like trace letters into my ass. I'll try to guess what it says.
Oh, I'm pretty sure there's no nerves back there. I mean, you can do this all you want if you want to be a Philistine, but I can almost guarantee you that most science will back me up.
No, because I. Well, maybe it's just specifically the hole, but I have a lot of data about my ass, let me tell you.
The asshole has a lot of
temperature, wetness versus dryness.
The asshole itself has a lot of data because it is, as I've insisted numerous times, a sexual organ. Not for me necessarily, but for, you have to use science to convince people.
Coward Hour is America's leading science podcast.
That's right, dude. Also, by the way, you said, I'm sorry, ever since my stupid fucking roommate let my cat out, all she wants to do is try to squeeze herself under my door like a fucking envelope. It's so distracting. I'm sorry. I hate living with these fucking people. Cannot wait till I don't fucking live here. You said when we start doing video again, Brendan, it's funny. We had a small triumphant return with the in studio episode, and really, who's to say when that will happen again?
Probably not. Yeah, I don't know. It'll happen when America is back.
God damn, dude.
Yeah,
that's how
we had a misunderstanding.
Okay.
Nick came over last week. We had kind of miscommunicated. So he shows up.
We talk about it on the episode.
Oh yeah, my roommates were very mad.
Oh yeah, dude.
My roommates were very mad, and yeah, but it's all good. We got it taken care of. But Nick is not allowed back in my home until the pandemic is over.
I know, it's funny because it's like of all the things that I've done in that home, that's like the least offensive thing. Like the fact that like that is the reason why I was banned is crazy.
Yeah, I also I floated the idea of like, well, maybe he'll come over and we'll like sit on the patio and do it. And they were insisting that our neighbors would hear and that we'd get kicked out of our home.
Yeah, I mean, I had that thought too, but it would just mean that Coward Hour would be PG-13 for like a couple months. Or we'd have to find more inventive ways to. It'd be like when Howard Stern was on terrestrial radio.
Also, people aren't going to listen to us. Like,
nobody cares.
I'm not really afraid of this at all because, like, who's gonna be like, ooh, free podcast? Let me have a listen.
Right, exactly. Yeah, people will turn around immediately.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, people talking on their porch. Let me tune this out because I'm a normal man in society.
Yeah, dude, it's like
Or we could go to like beautiful. It would be funny to go to like beautiful places and record Coward Hour.
I'm even just thinking about like conversations that we had on that porch when nobody was listening were way fucking wilder than some of the shit we've said on this podcast. Like when nobody was recording.
How bad do they think we get on mic?
Yeah, I wish we could do. It's so fucking. That's so irritating. Oh well, whatever. I'm not gonna have my quibbles on mic, but I do be having my quibbles privately though. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Well, if we want to record the show in person, what we need to do is we need to do like a retreat where we go to the desert and we record like 6 episodes in a row.
Okay. Oh, that would be really nice too, because then I could just like chill on Thursdays.
Yeah.
I could just fucking kick back and crush all the gaming that I need to get done.
Yeah. This one day a week where we do things is really getting in the way.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure. I do stuff.
I was taking one class and then it ended and I had like a full-blown crisis.
You have nothing to do?
Yeah, I mean, I until the 16th, I don't have anything to do, and then spring semester starts back up. But like, yeah, so like I had my one winter class. It wasn't much, but it was enough to like keep me busy a little bit. And then it ended, and then like 2 days went by, and then I'm just like fully bawling on the phone with my girlfriend, just like it's all so hopeless. I'm such a fucking loser.
Oh my god, Brendan! Oh my god.
She's like, "What happened?"
Brendan, you need to like start knitting or something, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
You gotta find something to do.
We're coming up on a year of COVID. It's really starting to like I thought many times that it had hit me, that I had like fully processed it.
Mm-hmm.
But like this past week, it was just like it was just like it was like it was new to me. I was like processing it again for like the first time.
Oh damn, that sucks, dude.
Yeah. But don't worry, I push those emotions down. So,
hang on.
And if there's anything I know about emotions, it's you push them down.
Well, okay.
And then they go somewhere.
They certainly don't rise back to the top.
Yeah. No, I mean, realistically, me like fully like ugly crying on the phone with Bay is probably means that some things did come back up.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. COVID's certainly tricky, isn't it, buddy?
It is quite a pickle, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I mean, I go back and forth between like I think I've largely enjoyed my semester abroad with my own. I mean, you know what I mean? Just like just nothing to do, just like free to have my little thoughts. It's been a full year of having my little thoughts and doing whatever I want to do.
Just imagine though, like this. I don't know. It makes me. It kind of, and I hate to defend billionaires in any sort of way, but it kind of makes me understand where, like, I used to think I'd be like, man, if you have that much money, why would you ever like work or do any? But I realized, like, oh, if you truly have nothing to aspire to, you want to die, kind of.
Yeah, or you want to start finding, or you want to start like the purpose when you reach that point of wealth. You start looking for purpose in, I have the ability to shape the world, so maybe I should try to start doing that.
Yeah, maybe I'm God.
I actually genuinely think that is how a lot of these guys end up as like philanthropists and weird like social engineers and shit, is because like it's our instinct to like ascend.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
ascend ladders, not like literally ascend into like transhumanist states, but whatever, take it whatever way you want.
I mean, it would be so much better if those guys just like decided they wanted to start painting or something. That would rule. Yeah. But unfortunately, they decide, what if I reshaped reality according to my own whim?
And they fucking can do it.
Yeah.
It's the craziest thing.
And it's going to get so much worse. That is even crazier.
Yeah. It seems like the only solution to stop that from happening is, I don't know, because it's such a fine line to walk, but it's like, maybe nobody should be allowed to make that much money, but also like, I don't know. It's tough. I also don't want somebody like boxing my potential in.
I absolutely, yeah, why not? Box my potential in. I'm not going to reach those heights.
But Brendan,
absolutely take people's money if they have that much.
Yeah, okay, yes, sure. No. If they have that, like, I don't think anybody should be able to be a billionaire. But I'm like, I think people should be able to have like tens or hundreds of millions of dollars. Like that seems like fairly reasonable to me.
Yeah, sure, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Where do you want the cap to be? Where do you think the cap should be?
I don't
How much
know.
money-
Well, I feel like if we took care of the billionaires, it would solve most of it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm just saying I don't want to go like a sliver. I don't want to, because like if you go too far down that slope and you start limiting people's potential, that's when people start forming secret brotherhoods and colluding. And now we've got the same problem we had before. I'm serious.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of wild, like with Elon buying like $1 billion in Bitcoin. It's like, oh, so now they're just like fleeing money. Where it's like, oh, what, you're gonna tax me? Well, my wealth isn't even in money, so good luck, bitch.
Well, so like the funny thing about this Elon shit is like the stock. I feel so funny about the stock market because on one hand, it was great that like we say regular investors, but a lot of the people who made fucking money off this thing already were millionaires because they had the money to play with.
Yeah.
But the fact that like relatively regular investors were able to expose the hypocrisy of the stock market and be like, look, it's fucking fake. We know that it's fake. We've proved that it's fake. It's like you thought that was going to be a good thing, but all it's opened the floodgates for is for fucking like billionaires to do that too now. Where it's like the fact that Elon Musk was cheering that on the whole time, I was like, this is fucking dark.
Yeah.
Because he's going to do this.
I don't like the meme billionaire. It makes me upset.
No, especially because he's like the meme billionaire, but all of his references are like fucking 7 years old too.
Yeah.
He's more like the ant on Facebook billionaire.
Yeah, he really is. You can tell he was not forged in the fires of 4chan.
Yeah, dude. Mm-hmm. It's weird. I'm starting to like, I don't know. The stock market thing has me like, I was for it and now I'm like kind of freaked out. Just like, okay, so it's just going to be like all bets are off after this with like how the market's manipulated. It's freaking me out. I'm like, will I ever be able to have money? Probably not.
Probably not. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, unemployment finally started paying me again. They like paid me for like what they had missed. Yes. So right now I'm looking at my account. I'm like, this is the most comfortable I've been in a long time.
Brendan, that's what I'm saying. This is why the pandemic has been so beautiful. I mean, I'm pretty sure Lemaire said this too, where he was like 2020 was the first year that he was rich. Didn't he say that to
you? Yeah, I don't think I've ever had this much money in my savings account because I finally learned how to budget.
Yeah, because you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's
because I can't do anything, and I've been dating Bae long enough now that I can be very miserly, and it's not unattractive. Not that she's
really?
like that, but most women, it's like if you're going out to eat and you're like, this place is kind of pricey, let's find somewhere else. They'd be like, all right, well, I'll just never fuck you again. Like, what? Why did you say that to me?
Really? I don't know if I've ever had that experience.
I mean, obviously they won't say that, but you'll know.
You'll know when 30 years go by, and the last time you fucked was before you perished the thought of Becca de Beppo or whatever the fuck. Becca de Beppo.
The height of heights.
The height of heights.
The place you go on a school trip and they give you a big bucket full of spaghetti, a big salad bowl of spaghetti for the table.
Dude, I've never.
I love anywhere where there's just spaghetti for the table. Hell yeah.
You order spaghetti like fries.
Yeah. Other restaurants should do that. I should be able to go to Five Guys, be like, oh, and some spaghetti for the table. Thank you.
Yeah. If I got some spaghetti, would you guys have it? Yeah, dude, people just fucking like eating with their hands.
Yeah, I worked at a restaurant once where this guy, it was like a bistro, nothing crazy like upscale or anything, but the guy just like very confidently ordered jalapeno poppers, which we do not sell. He's just like, yeah, I'll have some poppers. We're like, what? He's like, yeah, I'll have some jalapeno poppers. I'm like, this guy's sick. I love this guy.
Did you make it for him?
No. Just like, we don't have those. But like, how sick it is, it just like walk through life just being like, look at any restaurant, be like, yeah, they have jalapeno poppers.
We had a couple fucking high rollers come into my steakhouse, and there was one night when a guy ordered onion rings that we didn't have, and so I like told him that we didn't have them, but the guy like spent a lot of money at the restaurant, so I went back and told the chef, and the chef was like, don't fucking, he's like, I can make onion rings, just give me a second. And like this dude threw around so much dick at O'Brien's Steakhouse that he was able to get onion rings on the fly like that.
Damn, ordering off the menu at O'Brien's Steakhouse.
Dude, that in Annapolis? I mean, you know, you've done well. You've done well.
That's got to be the best way to be rich, is where you're like small town rich.
Dude, those people swing their dicks like bigger than fucking true billionaires do. Like if you've made a little bit of money owning a local business in like a small, like a small town in Maryland, you think you're the fucking man, dude.
Yeah, like I remember some from Lancaster, PA. There's this chain of Mennonite owned grocery stores called Stauffer's, and I worked at one of them as a cashier as my first job. And Paul Stauffer, the owner, he would walk through the store every Sunday. He'd wear a full suit. He'd have he'd have a boutonniere on. I've never seen someone just wearing a boutonniere in life.
Yo, are Mennonites allowed to own a chain of businesses?
There's different kinds of Mennonite.
All right.
Mennonite like runs the gamut from like you're just like a specific kind of like Protestant to like borderline Amish.
Yeah, because
you're thinking of like old order Mennonite.
Because like, dude, we used to see Mennonites at the Air and Space Museum, and I'd be like, "Are you guys allowed to look at planes?" Like, I thought this would be like.
You think it's the Village?
Yeah.
But yeah, and he would walk around and he'd push he was like 70 and he had like a newborn son. He was basically like Lancaster County Donald Trump. He's just pushing around this newborn son that he's gonna be dead by the time that kid like graduates high school. And he'd just walk around and survey his kingdom.
I mean, it does seem pretty fucking sick, dude.
And I'm pretty sure I don't think that I think his father opened the place too, I think.
Oh, so he inherited it.
Yeah, so he inherited it. It was just like, I am the king of rural Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah, I worked for a guy. He was a nice guy, but it was like, I worked for a guy like that. I actually won't say his name because he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
But I worked for a hardware store for a dude who fucking like inherited it from his father. It was very profitable. And he had actually kind of had big AJ Soprano vibes where it's like everybody was trying to like hold the store up by its like support beams around him, while he was just like obliviously just like a cheerful guy who was like getting by on like the cred that his dad had established.
He's Billy Madison.
Yeah, dude, we were in so like we could see like sales reports in the break room. We were in that it never made money for as long as I lived for like as long as I worked there.
Damn.
I don't know how it's still it should be a parking lot, but it's not. And then I remember
Nick, you say that, but like outside of Los Angeles, you don't tear down businesses and just make a parking lot.
No, I mean this place, dude. This place is begging to be fucking something else than this hardware store. I remember like it was.
But you'd make it into another business if you were in like rural Maryland.
Or you just dude, you tear it down.
You tear it down. You're like, this is gonna be a nice place for cars to park. This is gonna be a great place for teenagers to fuck. That's what I'm gonna do with my father's business.
Dude, you turn it into, because there's not enough parking spots at the Walgreens across the street, a much more successful business. So we need to open up this lot over here so that everybody can go into Walgreens and get their supplements. What
do you think it's going to be like when we give this podcast to our sons?
Oh, don't even say that, Brendan. Don't even say that. That's so fucking gross.
Yeah.
I remember this guy, like it was funny because he insisted on keeping it open too, but he wanted the hardware store to have its own little flavor. So like they got this like trailer where they cooked like special barbecue, Corky's barbecue, because this guy's nickname was Corky in high school, which, if I was a successful businessman running a shop, I would do everything to erase any reference to my fucking high school name that I was bullied with 20 years ago. But he decided it'd be funny
if we started a business based off of what people called us in high school. It'd be like Gay Wad's Bakery.
Yeah, dude. So he lost money. He lost money cooking custom barbecue food in the parking lot of his hardware store for like 2 years. And I would hear the manager Tom, like desperately pleading with him to get rid of it for like 2 years. But it was like a weird vanity project. That place just sucked so fucking bad. That was the place where I was like, I showed up high and they made me use the forklift. I'm forklift certified, by the way.
Sick.
Yeah, dude. I was forklift certified.
Oh, man. Hardware store, that's going to be a rough place to show up high. They make you use the saw.
Yeah, I fucking showed up high and they're like, Nick, we need you to cut 8 pieces of glass. Like, we need you to go hang around everything that you don't want to be around when you're stoned out of your mind.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that day I had.
Would you like to stare into a big spinning saw blade and imagine what it could do to you?
Well, I had to operate the forklift, which, like, by the skin of my teeth, I got by that. I fucked up my hand because I had to fill the propane, and it comes out. It's like frozen with like nitrous or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I it burned my hand. So, like, as I'm attaching the valve to the propane tank. So I like flipped out, the tank flies off. Now it's just spewing frozen propane like into the parking lot. I had to run into the store and like ask anybody. We weren't there a lot. There weren't a lot of people there because it was a weekday.
Uh-huh.
So I had to like get the lady who was working the cash register to come out and help me turn it off. And then I had to mix paint for somebody, and I just got like lost in like watching the machine do its thing.
Dude, stoned watching paint mix, that honestly sounds sick.
Yeah, dude, it's sick when there's not a line of people impatiently waiting for you to be done.
You're just staring into the paint, David Bowie's playing.
It was so bad. That was one of the fucking worst days I ever showed up to work, dude.
But, like, I'm sure that job paid so little, it's like, what can they possibly expect of you?
So I remember the dude that I worked with. Yeah, it paid like $7 or something, whatever the minimum wage was at that point.
Yeah.
I quit that job by just like not showing up. But so the dude that I worked with, it's like this guy, Stefan, who was basically, of all the dudes who were like on the floor, he was like kind of like in charge of us. It was just our job to like help with like, you know, show people where the fuck the nails are and shit, all this stuff. And Stefan really wanted to be a tattoo artist, and you could tell because he just like practiced on himself. So his arms and legs were just covered in the fucking worst tattoos you've ever seen. Like so fucking bad. And he wanted to quit. He kept trying to quit, and he was talking up a big game about like how he was going to quit next week. And then like he rolled in the day after he said that he was not going to be there anymore. We're like, Stefan, what's going on, man? Why are you still here? He goes, let's just put it this way. They made me an offer I couldn't refuse. We were like, whoa, like what are they like? What kind of deal they work out? He's like, yeah, they're paying me $9 an hour. And he stayed there for another fucking like 2 years.
Damn. Yeah.
Fucking horrible place.
That is horrible. Yeah, last time I was home, I went back to Stauffer's, and there was this guy there. One of the guys that I used to work the porch with, where you go get the carts and stuff. He seemed like normal enough, but like obviously something was off. Like I remember he was like bragging about how he got laid. And we're like asking him like, oh man, like where'd you meet this girl and stuff? And he's like getting real quiet, and we're like, was it not a girl? Like that's okay. And he's like, yeah, but I'm not gay or anything. We're like, what?
Shit.
And he's like, and he explained, he's like, look, I'm not gay, but women won't fuck me. So what am I gonna do? Not have sex?
You know what?
Which like now I'm like, YOLO, brother. I gotta respect it, but.
Unique problems require unique solutions, dude. This guy thought he got outside of the box.
Yeah.
Respect to that dude.
He's like, truly, what a Christly man. He's just like, beggars can't be choosers. We only get one life to live. But yeah, that guy's still there. It's been like 15 years.
That's the ultimate thug life, to just like to get turned down so much by women that you're like, that's fine, whatever. I'm just gonna go fuck a man.
Yeah,
you can't impact me.
I'm gonna go fuck a man and think about you specifically to stay hard.
Honestly, that's a mic drop, dude. That's a huge mic drop.
Yeah.
That Guy rules. So last time when Bay and I were home for Christmas, we went to go like on New Year's Eve. We went to go dine because the place that I used to work at had outdoor like seating, like in Annapolis, and it was right before it was about to rain. So we sat down, ordered some food, and the dude who came out and served us was this kid Steve, who actually listens to the show. This kid Steve, who like I worked with when I worked there like 5 years ago. He's still there. And we were like, we were like reminiscing a little bit. He goes, yeah, man. He's like, I'm following your stuff. I'm listening to Coward Hour. He goes, Nick, honestly, man, it's so good to see you. The only thing I remember about you is he goes, you would eat other people's food. he's like, you would eat the customer's food and you would fucking roll out of here after 2 hours of work. Which was not the most like flattering picture to paint for while my girlfriend was there. But it brought back.
No, that's what I've been there before. Memories. Where like you're like asking if you can get cut, but it's like you're not making an hourly wage. It's like, you're like can I go home? And they're like, no one's tipped you yet. Like you haven't made any money.
Yeah, dude, I was like, there were a couple weeks where like my paycheck was like $40. I didn't fucking want to do it.
Yeah, God, what freedom! Like if I should have appreciated what I had, like living with your parents.
Yeah, dude, because I could literally like, my parents thought I was working a fuckload. Like even when I wasn't, like even on the days where I got cut after an hour, I would then just like go, like I would drive like somewhere fucking cool or just like hang out in Baltimore or DC. And then I could make $50 last until my next paycheck. I could take care of everything with it.
All my needs, gas, weed, end of list. Yeah. All my bills.
It's so wild that there was just fucking food in the house.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand how tight that was.
Yeah. Now I'm like, man, like different groceries I can use as ingredients to make different meals I didn't plan in advance.
How wild is that? It's so crazy, dude.
Yeah. Having 2 kinds of lunch meat. Wow.
Yes. It's so sick.
Yeah. Or like the one thing I miss the most about the groceries at my parents' house is they would get like the big Costco bag of frozen like breakfast sausage patties.
Oh,
and now it's like I have to share a fridge with 4 people. If I brought home a big frozen Costco bag of sausage patties, everyone would be so mad at me. There's no space for it.
Yeah, you'd fit right into my fucking house.
Well, I mean, really, it's that there's not room there because there's like 2 Omaha steak like packages. It's like, can you just take it out of the cardboard, please? Having roommates fucking sucks ass.
It's the worst. I can't wait till I don't. I mean, honestly, I feel like the ideal situation is I would love to just move in with a couple who I like and just kind of, not be their son, but that's essentially the role that I fulfill.
But last time you did this, it ended real bad.
Yeah, well, I keep doing it. That's the thing. I keep throughout my life, I have found people where like they're a couple, they like me, and then like a month into our relationship, I'm like, I think they're using me to practice having a teenager. Like, I've done it like 4 times, and
who's your next mommy and daddy? Are you scouting?
Isaac and Victoria, definitely. And dude, it literally like the cycle is similar because it also like the relationship always ends when I start rebelling against them and eventually outgrow them. And so it's like the emotional equivalent of me going off to college. Like I gotta leave the nest, dude.
Damn.
Look,
it's a pretty good racket. I gotta respect that.
Look, I'm not saying that these are normal or even well-adjusted behaviors, but I am saying at least I recognize I recognize what's going on. Which is, part of it.
That is part of it.
It's half the battle.
God, I miss those days. I miss just like I worked as like a bank teller, and I would get off work wearing like a full suit. I would go to my buddy's house, sit on his porch, light a cigarette, and just drink like a quart of beer from the pizza place.
Yes, dude.
Ah, the days. Or just like a big Old English. Or no, I was a Colt 45 guy. Just drinking a big Colt 45.
Dude.
I'm just like, I am a businessman. I wear my suit. I sit on this disgusting porch covered in cigarette ash.
Yeah, dude,
I have myself a nice drink.
You're just like grinding your ass into like just filth and squalor.
Yeah.
Making
a plastic chair that's cracking with my every movement.
Yeah, and driving yourself deeper into crippling addiction with every swig.
Mm-hmm.
And your only thought is like, I've earned this.
I'm like, I've really figured things out because I lied. I work for Wells Fargo, and I lied to poor Puerto Rican people about how credit cards work and why they should get one all day. I did everything they told me I should do, and I swindled all these Puerto Ricans into getting into debt.
Damn, dude, you sound like a prole. You sound like you're just like...
I was a traitor. I was a villainous man. I had fallen into their trap. Because they really, like, that's why Wells Fargo hires people who've never worked in banking. Like, they hire, like, 19-year-olds. Because they're like, I can trick this person into committing evil.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And making them think that they're supposed to do it.
Yeah,
They're like, this is just how the world works. And they're kind of right, it is. But
yeah,
it's fucked up. It's so fucked up. And that was at your buddy's house?
Well,
you would like hang out?
I would leave. I worked in Lancaster City, and then I would drive to Millersville, which is like 20 minutes away.
Would you spend the night there?
A lot of the time, yeah.
Dude, that was me.
Like, it's weird looking back on it, like, now as an adult, like, if I had someone drinking and then they stayed on my couch, I'd be, like, pissed. I mean, I wouldn't be pissed if it was, like, rare. No, I mean, you've slept on the couch here before, and it's fine. But it's like, if somebody just had, like, a standing arrangement that they black out and then sleep on my couch.
See, I'm looking for that.
Uh-huh.
It's like Christmas. I love when there are people in the house. That's what I'm looking for. I had an arrangement like that. There was this place, my buddy Luke was going to Towson University there. So there was all this housing like right near the campus, like near like downtown. And there was like a little strip in downtown Towson where like all the college kids would hang out.
Yeah, yeah.
And they lived in this apartment block on Donnybrook, and they were on like the very first floor apartment. And I would spend like fucking 2 or 3 nights there every weekend. Just like get drunk, walk to Seasons Pizza, get booze, get pizza, hang out, like listen to music. So he was a big Deadhead. Mm-hmm. So we would drop acid and like stare at his Grateful Dead posters and
not listen to the music. It's just silent. That's one sick ass poster.
He made me listen to the music too, but I just remember like staring at, like, we were watching one of his fucking posters like move and like warp and shit while we were tripping, and he just turned to me and he's like, you know that when they made it, he goes, you know that when they made this, they knew that we would do this. He said something like Jerry knew that this would happen about us tripping looking at a Grateful Dead poster.
Yeah, when Jerry Garcia was morbidly obese, smoking heroin, at the forefront of his mind was Nick Oldershaw and his buddy Luke.
I'm trying to remember what it was about the poster. It was something like there was like a skeleton like coming out of...
Oh, there's so much sick skeletons in Grateful Dead art.
But the skeleton was doing something that like made us believe that Jerry did it for us. So stupid.
That is very stupid.
I didn't realize how stupid it was till I just said it.
Yeah, man, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, so bad.
You know what? I'm feeling a little bit less grumpy now, because I did remember, like, over Christmas when there were a bunch of people in the house, how sick that was.
It
is fun, dude. When, like, it is fun waking up and there's a lot of people who want to go get breakfast.
Oh my dude, how nice is it? Breakfast the next day, that used to be the best. My friend would throw these blowout fucking like New Year's parties. And we would wind up staying over there for like 4 days after like New Year's Eve, and we would like this is when we all had to. He would like steal his mom's credit card. We all had disposable income, and we would just
we all had disposable income. Stealing
our parents' money. So he would fucking steal his parents were loaded, so it was okay. He would steal his mom's credit card. We would pile 8 of us into his Honda Element that seated 5.
Mm-hmm.
People like loaded into the trunk, and then we would eat out every meal. We'd go out for breakfast, we'd order in lunch, and then go to Double T Diner for dinner, and just like get dangerously high in between each outing.
Oh man, just imagine ordering 3 meals in a day.
Yeah. What would that even be like?
I used to do it all the time, but not in a long time. Not in a very long time.
I did it at the beginning of the pandemic, I'll be honest. I was just like I was like, well, it's good. It's important to support local business. So I was just ordering like Uber
You ever
Eats.
do this where like you're like too tired or lazy or like depressed to get groceries, so you try to like order enough takeout food that you'll be like, yeah, it's the same as groceries. This will last me. You just try to order enough pizza that you're like, yeah, I'll order 3 large pizzas and I'll eat it until it's disgusting.
Yeah, you're a fiscal conservative. I've done that, dude. It's honestly, it's a sick move.
Mm-hmm.
But that used.
But the
to
problem
be...
is that I then just eat so much. Like I've so many times, like I've ordered, I'm like, yeah, this is enough Chinese food. I'll get to eat Chinese food like 3 or 4 times, and then I eat so much that first sitting that it's like, well, I can't even save this.
Yeah, you eat. Well, it's like you have dinner or fucking double dinner, and then you have enough to eat what is basically the precursor to lunch the next day, where it's like it's just enough food to make you really hungry for actual food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though I have been getting better at it, though. I've been
making it last.
I've been getting better at portion control.
Oh yeah, dude.
Of just like eating the correct amount.
Well, ordering Chinese food is strictly a long game. You've got to anticipate that like you got to learn to make that last.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But it sucks because you got to be strategic. You're like, I can't reheat these Rangoons.
Oh, no. Night of. So, yes, absolutely.
Night of is the apps. That's when I eat all the apps.
You have to. That's Brendan, I am so good. That's exactly right. I was literally just thinking about the intricacies of this exact move, like not but a few days ago.
Yeah.
Anything like fried, like if you're talking like wontons, egg rolls, dumplings, you cannot refrigerate dumplings, dude.
You better not
even try. You know, rice and lo mein, maybe get to that tomorrow. It's not pressing. That's not the urgent part of the meal.
Yeah. I did something the other day that would have been unfathomable to me 6 months ago. Which is, I went to McDonald's. I wanted a sausage egg McMuffin. So I park and I do the app because you get the deals. But
and you don't have to look at anybody.
Yeah, and you don't have to look at it. Well, you do because they walk out and they hand it to you. It feels more personal than it does through the drive-through.
That's true. Oh, really? Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah,
I just stick my hand out and turn away.
You're wearing a mask and a blindfold. But yeah, they're always doing a deal during breakfast where it's like 2 breakfast sandwiches for like almost the price of 1. And I'm like, oh man, what do I do? Because if I order 1 breakfast sandwich, then it's a waste of money. But if I order 2, then I blow past my calories. And I thought about this for like 5 minutes before the solution came of just don't eat both sandwiches. Like it took me like a very long time to be like, oh, I could save one of the sandwiches for tomorrow's breakfast.
But it's gonna be fucking sitting next to you the whole ride home. Which is tough.
It is tough because like I'm having to learn to stop eating when I'm still hungry because then 20 minutes go by and I'm not hungry.
And McDonald's is the hardest fast food place to do that with. Because there's like a 20-minute time limit on how long McDonald's is good. The breakfast is more flexible.
Yeah, like I reheated the sandwich and it was fine.
Yeah, but like if you ever order that fucking like they do like the 2 for $10 meal and it's like they used to have the deal. It was a crazy deal. You would get 2 Big Macs, 2 10-piece nuggets, and 2 large fries for $10. Crazy deal. Now, the problem is all of those things, the Big Macs, maybe you can get away with reheating. All of those things have to be eaten within 30 minutes or they fucking suck.
Oh, yeah.
You may as, if you're doing the Chinese food move, all you're eating that first night, you've got to just house those fries.
Yeah.
It's just starch.
The fries fucking suck afterwards, though I have eaten microwave. Because I used to do that, too. I would go to McDonald's, and I would get, the 40 nuggets or something and 2 large fries for, $15.
Oh, yeah.
And then I would go home and I would just eat nuggets until it felt like someone had shot me.
That's what it feels like.
I would eat nuggets until it felt like I was gut shot in the Civil War.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you need somebody to just cut your stomach off with a rusty saw.
Yeah.
You're this is the source of the pain.
Oh, here's a tip. So McDonald's has spicy nuggets right now, but they're intermittent, and they don't seem to have caught on like Wendy's spicy nuggets, which everybody loves. I like them. But last time I ordered them, they gave me just 4 extra for no reason, not even in the box. In a fry, in the small fry paper container.
Yeah.
So I'm are they trying to get rid of these nuggets?
I think it's another situation that they had with you remember Mighty Wings? Remember the McDonald's Mighty Wings? They were these bone-in chicken wings the McDonald's had that they completely overestimated how many. That they should they made a fuckload, they didn't go over, people didn't want them, and gradually the price for 20 wings gradually went down until they just started giving them away with meals because they had so much fucking frozen stock piled up. I think that's what's happening with the nuggets too, honestly.
But they rule, especially with honey. You use honey as the dipping sauce. It's pretty sick.
Yeah,
they're it's spicier than the Wendy's, I think. Maybe that's why people don't like them.
Yeah, in the hot sauce, they had special spicy nugget hot sauce for a while too that I had in the airport.
They do, but I like the spicy and the cool together.
I mean, I wish they would bring back honestly, the Szechuan sauce was sick. I kind of miss that when it came back after the weird Rick and Morty thing.
Yeah, as an ardent Gamergate podcast, we demand the Rick and Morty sauce come back.
I want it right now.
Well, I don't care who I have to threaten.
What I was going to say to you is the move, the next time you do have to refrigerate McDonald's fries, what I found out that brings them right back to where they need to be is I would fucking get a pan, like a pan you cook breakfast in, load it up with olive oil, turn that puppy all the way up so you literally refry the fries in and make sure it's light taste olive oil, not super taste olive-y.
Christ. So it's double bad for you.
Oh, is extra light olive oil bad for you?
I mean, it's you're just you're doubling the amount of oil that those fries have in them now.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But look, I haven't done this in a minute, but when I did do it, I did it at the old house. It was some nice fucking hash browns, dude, to go with the rest of my breakfast. Refrigerated McDonald's fries, cook them in a pan in oil. They'll come right back to where they need to be.
Oh, those puppies are coming home.
They're coming back, dude.
I'm glad that I don't need as many fast food life hacks in my life anymore. I think that's a positive sign that I'm no longer just what do I do with all these fries? That's
very true.
That's a grim problem where you're I bought too much disgusting food that hurts me.
Right. I bought too much food with a time limit. I broke Edge today since I'm going away to fucking hospital jail for for however long. I guess
what's this
4
one?
days.
What's this study?
This is some I'd have to remember. I have to look at my email. It's something to do with the inner ear.
So you getting pills, shots?
Pills. It's gonna be pills. Pills, and then they'll draw my blood. I gotta look up what it is. It's because they used to give you the fucking paper so you could look at it and see what you're in for, and they don't do it anymore because of COVID. They can't give people paper. It's very weird. But it's some ear something. And
that sounds like a trick because COVID doesn't like live on surfaces. They figured that out. So they're just like, sorry, we can't give you this paper.
Yeah, I know it doesn't live on surfaces. That was what weirded me out about it too. But like, look, I'm not.
Wouldn't they want you to read as much as possible instead of them telling you because it lives in the air?
Yeah. Holy shit, you're right. That doesn't make any fucking sense now that you mention it. But I guess they all know that they're negative and we're negative. I don't know. But I know that part of the reason why they stopped, because it's been this way for like the past 3 that I've done. They don't give you physical shit anymore. They just tell you there, and then like when you get there, they give you like they like post one in your room that like you and the guy can share. There was what I was saying was I ordered, because I'm like gonna be eating like fucking like hospital food I like treated myself. I got like 2 pieces of chicken from Popeyes today, like ordered on Uber Eats. Ooh. Paying for it. Like, feel like absolute shit. Feel horrible.
Damn. I know that it sucks so bad that food can damage us now.
Yeah, I know. I feel so vulnerable. I couldn't believe how greasy it was. I like forgot that fried chicken is kind of disgusting.
Kind of, but also it fucking rules.
It does. No, it does rule, but I like wasn't like, it had been a minute since I had eaten something that just like was just like on my fingers for like 30 minutes afterwards.
I've been eating something that like it's so strange. Costco, back when I used to have a membership like a year ago, but I'm still eating them. They sell these little like it's like ramen, like cup noodles, but it's pho or you know what I mean. But they have this the like flavoring oil that you put into it is so potent that like if I eat the soup and I'm like drinking out of a bottle of water, like 12 hours, like maybe even days will go by, and I'll like open the bottle of water and I'll taste it, and just like from it being on my lips, the water tastes like this flavoring oil.
Well, dude, that's the thing. Like the flavor packets, when it comes already in a cup, because like normally when you make ramen, you fucking like put the flavor packet in while you're boiling it, and then like a lot of the flavoring, like salt, MSG, crystal shit, is lost once you finally like transition it to a bowl. But like when you just fucking dump it all in the cup, it's way too much. It's disgusting.
It tastes pretty great though, but you do feel like saturated with this oil.
Yeah. Is it oil or powder?
It's oil.
Oh, it's oil.
It's a flavoring oil that you.
Okay, that is dark.
You put into the soup. I love when those things, they have like a little like a little thing you rip open that says like vegetables, and it's just like dust of like carrots.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's like peas that died 100 years ago.
Yeah, it's like they smashed a pea into 1,000 pieces and you got one of them. And they're like, enjoy your serving of healthy greens.
Well, it's like even when you get like the beef cup noodles and they have the little pieces of beef in them, you're like, what is this? Is not meat. It can't be meat. Like, what the fuck is this? I know this isn't meat because this has been sitting inside of this thing for fucking months, like on a shelf. And
I guess it's like jerky or something. Could I rehydrate jerky and have like myself a nice sirloin?
No, because even jerky has to be sealed specially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If I boiled jerky in like beef broth, could I make myself a steak?
Yes.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Nick, do we have anything to plug?
No, yeah, it's just like Shrinky Dinks. Steak works just like Shrinky Dinks. You just have to put beef jerky into a boiling cup of beef sauce.
This would be a sick meal for like on Valentine's Day. My girlfriend's like, what? My girlfriend just like catches me rehydrating jerky. And I'm like, get out of here! I didn't tell you to come in yet. Just burning myself with like boiling broth.
Yeah, literally just like burning the inside of your arms and palms for food that she won't even eat. She'll take one look at.
Destroying my body, cooking the meal that will make her leave me.
Right. I don't have anything to plug. I do.
Yeah, we are at an hour. That was just me telling you that we're at an hour 5.
Okay, you know it's good because Rita's cat sitters are about to come, so I gotta bounce anyway.
All right. Yeah. Go on cowardhour.com. Join our Discord.
Join the Reddit.
Join the Reddit. Please subscribe to our Patreon. We're very thankful for everybody who supports us there. You get access to the first 50 episodes that are not on iTunes anymore because they were a little too spicy. And you also get, at this point, there's like 29 bonus episodes, something like that.
Yeah, you're getting a lot.
It's a lot of content at this point.
Yeah.
So please subscribe. All right.
See you guys.
That's our show. See you, buddy.
Bye.
Knock, knock, open up, it's me, the crazy, shady, faded fucker, so rock the G. See a lady, make a baby, lead her on in peace. Only time I give a fuck is for my own release. That's why I own these streets. Straight up, portfolio, showing growth, fuck a pay cut. Yeah, you know I stay slut. Catch me in the spot, looping up for the self-suck. Oh fuck, I busted already, I'm coming bucket so heavy. My dream of cream coming steady, now my mouth open, I'm ready. I'm talking solo, heavy petting on a Friday night. That's talking bashing the bishop, more like Nantucket's delight. I'm taking all the time I need to do it just right. Got my candles in the fishnets cause it's on tonight. Oh, that's right, it's time to fillet. No need to debate me, I suck until I go ooh-wee and spray my white pee-pee. I got that ski.